First of all, this is wrong. Nobody caught that. Thanks a lot, guys. General social work practice 2, group project, Caitlin Shore, Haley Mauso, Megan Raisanen, Mooser, Sir, Jessica Bull. Those are all your last names now. And first up, we have our mission statement.
Our mission statement is providing youth with the necessary resources to obtain employment, housing, and life skills. Our target audience are teens who are homeless or are at risk of becoming homeless.
The areas of focus for our group are going to be teens finding long-term housing, teens finding competitive pay work, and teens learning about financial success. How to get there. First, for employment, we'll provide learning opportunities for completing applications, conducting interviews, and dressing professionally. We will also support individuals in obtaining competitive pay and encourage individuals to obtain jobs that they can succeed in. As far as housing, we will provide individuals with beneficial resources from county social services, support individuals in their search and securement of housing. And then as far as financial education, we will collaborate with financial experts to provide essential information to individuals, as well as provide support in preparing for financial success, and ending in practicing tracking their expenditures for 1 week, which they can then apply to budgets. And a couple of the activities we have planned. We'll talk about that a bit more here.
So the first activity that we have is we are going to bring in guests from the county, financial assistant workers, housing assistant workers. They're going to speak and offer ideas or advice and offer help filling out assistance forms, kind of give us a better idea on how we can help them and they can learn something. They will track their expenditures. We'll have them track it for 1 week, and then while they're doing that, they'll be writing it down, and this allows them to see how much money they spend and allows them to determine what they may be able to cut out of their habits and help them come up with ideas on how to save money. We'll have them complete fake applications and do mock interviews and provide them with guidance on how to dress, respond, etc. for an interview and assist them with filling out an application form.
We are not going to have to advertise to the public because our members are going to be referred to us by Lutheran Social Services. They have some programs like the Street Outreach Program, which would refer youth to our group. So our budget for this group is a grant that Lutheran Social Services is going to provide us with $2,800, and that's for the entirety of the 20 sessions. The money will be sent on paying for a Zoom Pro subscription, since our groups are going to be taking place on Zoom and they're going to be longer than 40 minutes. So we need the Zoom Pro subscription. Phones and phone cards for the youth who need access to Zoom. Guest speakers, we might have to have some sort of payment for some guest speakers. I'm guessing most of them would be volunteers. So that was a smaller part of the budget. And then personal care items. And then our expenses will be reported and submitted to LSS.
Did we need to show the Word document on the budget at all, Megan?
We can show it, but it'll also be submitted as a document. So either way,
Megan didn't.
I can talk about how I got some of the numbers on there. Yeah. So the Zoom Pro subscription is $149 for the entire year. The phones and phone cards, I kind of planned at about $50 each, since we have some, since our youth are going to be referred through Lutheran Social Services, they'll most likely be in contact with other groups that can provide phone cards, but for the initial upfront cost, the most that we would have to spend for the whole group would be $950. Guest speakers, I estimated at a maximum of about 180, since most of them would be volunteers. And then that puts us at a total cost of $1,279. And then also the extra surplus that we can do with the rest of that isn't necessary for facilitating the group, but could help youth who end up moving into independent living, would be purchasing things like personal care items, towels, bed sheets, pillowcases, toothbrush and toothpaste, shampoo, body wash, small dish set, and soap, and first aid kits. And then those numbers I got from searching those items on Walmart and picking the most reasonable price.
All right, so our group meetings would be on Sundays, and obviously they would be on Zoom because that's just what the services would provide. We did 7:30 to about 8:20, 8:30, depending on if there's like discussion at the end of the meetings. And then timeline would be 20 weeks. You meet once a week for 20 meetings. So then the agenda that we're going over is the last one. So this is where we would terminate the group. So it has each person and what their job is. So like all the leaders would have to be something. So the chairman, the I can't say that word. The facilitator, the timekeeper, the note taker, and the refreshments. Timekeeper is the one who keeps track of the times that's seen on the agenda. So like the 7:30 p.m. call meeting to order. The note taker would take care of all the notes that are being said. So anything that needs a discussion or needs a vote, they would take that note and they'd write it down so that everything is on file. So the description is just saying what's going on in the meeting. So like calling meeting to order is the start of the meeting. The approval of the agenda is just, we're going to go over the agenda. Does anybody have anything else they want to add? So then discussions, if we have any speakers, that would go into the description as well. Anything that they want to do, like activity wise, that would go into the description as well. Type of actions, not everything needs an action. So approval of agenda would need a vote, like yes, I approve, no, I don't approve. Discussion would just mean everybody's talking, so that type of action would just be talking and like asking questions and stuff like that. So then the decision required would be if they need one or not. So calling meeting order, you don't need a decision to call that to order, so no, there's no decision. But you need an approval for agenda, so yes, you would need a decision to require for that.
So this is a 20-week program. So it will end in 20 weeks, which is bring to the termination of the group. The intensity of the 20 weeks group will make clear in the beginning of the intake sessions, and the group member will provide check-ins with individual throughout the process to ensure that they are prepared for the terminations. During the terminations, we also will provide evaluation so that we know our individual are comfortable and they are good on their own. We came up with a statement. One that I choose was we came up with number one, where the source of that we provide was helpful, which they have to provide us to see if they are strongly agree or agree, neither agree nor disagree, disagree or strongly agree. The other one is if they feel comfortable exiting the program, and also if they will likely recommend our program to their relative or family. And then going on to the customer services questions. Number one is what can we do or could have done to make their experience better, or is there anything else that they want to share with us their need experience working with us. And after that we calculate the average number and turn into, like we mentioned earlier, it's funded, so we have to report it to our funded sources to see, just to okay we have to report it to our funded to, oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. We
We just have to report everything.
yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I can't talk today.
Yeah, no
To
problem.
yeah. Yeah, that's it. Sorry.
Okay,